On May 3rd, 4Bats released his first mixtape. This joined the 5 songs he'd already released, bringing the total to 11 songs and 2 spoken interlude things. And recently, the internet has been suspicious of his frankly insane rise to fame, thinking he's an industry plant. Personally, I don't know why the fuck anyone cares. I mean, isn't anyone who signs to anybody technically somewhat of a plant in some way, shape, or form? But either way, people are not impressed. And to be fair, it is suspicious. Drake and Kanye both want to work with him after 3 months of him being relevant. I mean, damn, Kanye even got off his ass, stopped smoking nitrous for 37 seconds just to record the guy a verse. I mean, that is a miracle. So the album begins with an intro in which people scream at him angrily, saying that he came out of nowhere, and Nico Bennett himself weighs in on the situation. Firstly, can we say, he sounds like that? What the fuck? I mean, seriously, the ball surgery sound he's going for, right? I would have thought that the voice would be at least a little bit closer to how the songs sound, but no, he sounds like any normal person. Anyway, the album begins with 3 songs which have already been released to the public. Act 1, which talks about love, nice lyrics, really laid-back production, catchy. It's a good song, but incredibly short. There is only a minute of content. Bro, there is so much more you can do with that song. And it even ends off with like a repeated version of the start of the song, just at a lower tempo and lower pitch, which is something he loves to do. Act 2, this is obviously the big hit of the album. This is the one that Drake remixed, and quite frankly, the remix is better. It offers more to the song. There's an outro, it's great, but it's not long enough for this Walter White level of addictiveness, I'm telling you. Look, it's a great song. It uses that slowed down tempo ending thing. He loves that. Act 3 takes on a different sound. It has like a reversed guitar. I swear I used that sample in 2020. I feel like no one gives a fuck, but I do. And it is catchy. It's got a great hook and the voice is interesting. Like, he changes the format of his voice without making it sound chipmunky, which, fair dues, man. That is hard to do. Also, the length of the song is better. It is like long enough to appreciate. And then the album goes onto an interlude, in which 4Bats confirms that the woman he was talking about really did tell him he needs to find someone else. But before it gets too deep, one of his friends cuts him off before any revelations can be made. Act 4, and I love this one. It's really good, right? The lyrics are so dumb, but I love it. The beat is fantastic, the background vocals, the random fucking beat, and the massive harmonizations. It's great. It's got a fantastic hook, like with all of these things. One thing, the title is a bit concerning. It's called Fucking You 18 Plus. At first, I was like, if you need to confirm the age of, the person it tends to become less trustworthy. I feel like, if you need to say it, I feel like that's one of those things where it's like, well, why are you telling us that? Because I believe you less now. It turns out that he's just saying that the lyrics are so despicable that you can only listen to it if you're 18 or over. The lyrics aren't that bad. Act 5 seems to be one of the fan favorites. It's one of those in my feels kind of thing. Fair enough. All of this shit is. It talks about breakups, the vocals are the highlight of the production, which is rare. I love that. For me, it's a good song. It's not one of the best on the album. It's not as lush and luxury sounding as some of the others. It's good though. It also does the slow down tempo thing again. The 4th time he's done it in 11 songs. Fair enough. Act 6. This is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite. It's so chill. The guitar is unbelievably well recorded. It feels like the lyrics were more thought through. Apparently it's only written by him. Maybe he's just taking a page out of the book of Drake and 467 children are just writing away trying to squeeze one word in. But hey, the lyrics are good. Act 7. Again, this is a nice song, but I gotta be real. The first 2 notes remind me of Nights Like This by Metro Boomin and Future. That might just be me. It probably is just me. But it makes me want to listen to Metro Boomin more. Look, the rapping is the best on the album on this song. The lyrics are probably the best on the album. It just kind of lacks that like addictive nature of some of the other tracks, but it's good. And in Act 8, the last act, this one is genuinely the fan favorite. It's the album's best song to many people's opinion, and maybe to mine. It could become my favorite. It is the most mature production on this album, and it definitely shows he wants to be the next Brent Faiyaz, Bryson Tiller. That is fair enough. It's a tough thing to do, but this song kind of shows that he's got the potential to do it. I feel like if The Weeknd kind of went and did this song, it would have been fucking like phenomenal, man. Finally, we get a remix of Act 3 with Ye. His verse, this is not awful. It's like if one of those COVID sensation rappers made a feature 4 years later. It's fine, but I mean, Ye has historically been one of the biggest geniuses in music, perhaps of the last like 50 years. And this just feels lazy, you know? Overall, this is a good mixtape. I mean, it's short, you know, but there is so much you can do with a mixtape. And it means that in the future, he's really got potential to step up his game. My two criticisms are the length, obviously, and also that the songs often end abruptly. It feels like there is no real, like, kind of satisfying conclusion, which adds to the song. But anyway, I think 4bats is definitely someone to look out for. He stands out with his vocal production, and this album, Mixtape, shows that he knows what he's doing. He does. He's got the potential to make even a masterpiece somewhere down the road. For now, this is a good album. It's not a great album. It is a good album. All right? I'll give it a 7.0 out of 10. You know, it's a good album. But yeah, that's it. Peace.